Yo, this is Hopsin with Hard Knock TV. Make sure you tune into this shit because we talking about some real heavy fucking shit that's going on in my life right now, and I hope you guys can relate to it.
Coming up, nigga said he can't go far. Shit. I cut through like a relay go-kart. I give it to you like a B-Day postcard. Killing shit with my nigga DJ Romar. Yeah. You know you made it when they claim you overrated. Flow was slang, cultivated way back in the golden ages. Now I got hoes from here to Copenhagen. Like
I heard that you just signed, or you're about to sign to 300. I know throughout your career you've always pushed independent. How does this kind of like fit in with the vision?
Earlier stages of my career, I would have been totally against something like this because I was just so anti anything that dealt with any type of record companies or anybody like that. And that was because of my past with Ruthless Records. You know, it didn't end well, and I just kind of had this wall up. Like I'm scared that you guys are gonna screw me over. Now I'm in a place where, you know, Funk Volume has ended. I learned a lot from that situation. I learned how to be the businessman that I need to be to benefit me and the people around me who are working with me so we can build something great in the future. And I'm at a place now where I'm not just a rapper who's just looking for a record deal just to get some money fast and whatever and look cool. Like, I have my own money, and the way I was operating, where I was just like, I'm by myself, I'm doing this all by myself, it's me, fuck everybody else. Like, that worked, but everybody knows, look at where Hopsin's at. Like, I'm still in a good place, but I'm not Drake, you know. I'm not in one of those.
Is that the goal? You want to be Drake?
No. As far as buzz status wise, okay. I'm not Pac. No, but it's just, but you know what I'm talking about, just the status wise.
What do you think a label offers an artist in 2017 that an artist can't necessarily do by themselves?
Working with 300, what they bring to the table for me is new outlets, you know what I'm saying, for opportunities, from sponsorships to collaborations, producers, whatever it is I need. They have their hand in the industry very heavily, and I also knew who they were just as individuals. When I see these people, the people who work in there. Kevin Liles, when I first saw him, I'm like, holy shit, this is Kevin Liles. Like, hi, like it was one of those situations where it's like, damn, this is, and they're fucking with me strongly. So time will tell what happens, but I also place myself in a situation where the contract and the paperwork is good, so that I'm not set up for failure, where if something does go wrong, I'm locked into a fucking horror flick that I can't escape. So
you learned from your past experience.
I learned so much. Like I said, I approach it from a business perspective, not a rapper perspective, and I'm viewing it as more of a partnership, so we can all grow together and just make something great. What
advice would you give to a young artist watching who admires you being independent, who admires like all the hustle of how you kind of created your own brand?
This is what I would say to that artist. Don't sign a fucking record deal. Listen to the old Hopsin. Don't do that shit because you're not ready for it. You don't know what the industry is yet. You don't know how dark it is. You're gonna fuck yourself over, and there's other ways you can make it. Don't go looking for someone to take your demo tape to blow you up. The internet is there. The internet is there for you. It is a portal to blow yourself up and make people know you. And it's gonna take some work where you have to do it on your own. You're gonna have to sit there and analyze yourself, analyze your game, analyze the music industry, and do homework. And you have to ask yourself, what can I do to promote myself? How can I make myself stand out? Do I have to change my image? Do I have to change my music? Do I need better beats? But it can work. There are formulas for everybody because so many people are doing it every day, you know? So there's no need for someone to jump straight into a record deal. And you can still tour, and you'll still be able to reap the benefits of people of like touring with other artists, you know, because that's still very possible. And look at Token. Token, he's going on tour with me, and he doesn't have a record deal, and he's doing all this shit on his own, like out of his fucking house. This guy's, I'm mind blown that this guy's doing this shit out of his fucking house and building this type of name for himself. And he has it down more than I had it when I had it down back when I had it down good. and so it's possible. And for people to think like, I can't, I need this and that. You don't wait, learn the game, learn what you're playing in, because you have no idea. If you're just going like, I'm a rapper, I'm good, let me jump in this pool, you're gonna drown. You're gonna drown. And you have to hope that you're doing business with a guy who's gonna be like, who's gonna really be a genuine person who's not gonna screw you over, but usually that's not the case. And these people who screw you over, they're not necessarily trying to screw you over. They're just businessmen and playing their cards right. And they're gonna go, hey, it was a card game, buddy. You should have played your cards right. That's not my fault that I know business well, and you don't. So wait until you're at a place where you know how to negotiate. Because if you don't know how to negotiate, don't jump into it. If you don't even know what negotiating is, don't jump into it. Back then when I was saying all that stuff, like don't fuck industry, this and that, fuck the whole everything, whatever, my negotiating game was weak. I didn't have the right people around me to help me negotiate. So I had a wall up. But like I said, it's different for me now, but I don't recommend people doing that. There are some cases that are good where, you know, it turns out to be a great thing where someone got a record deal, but learn the game first. Like you really have to, because understand, and some people may look at it like, well, I don't want to be you, Hopsin. You an underground rapper. I want to be like Big Sean or like 2 Chainz or like Drake or one of these other artists, and because they're more mainstream, and I don't want to be like you. And I'm gonna tell you guys, at the end of the fucking day, we're all wired in through the same behind the scenes. All of us are. So everybody is just a phone call away from a manager or whatever. We all know the same people, from fucking ICP to Tech9 to Hopsin to fucking OVO to everybody. We are all in the same music industry. So from the fans' perspective, it's like, oh, but they're not like that. It's the same business, and we can all learn things from each other. We are all doing things. We all have something that we're good at and something that we're not good at that we can all benefit from observing each other. So because some people, you know, I've seen them like hate on me, like I don't want to be like Hopsin, this and that. They don't see the value in it. They go, what is Hopsin? What is a Hopsin? I don't want that. But then, you know, there may be a guy who's buzzing right now who may look like he's richer than Hopsin, who looks like he gets more bitches than Hopsin, who's hitting clubs more than Hopsin, whose song is on the radio more than Hopsin, but he's not. But he's not as stable as Hopsin as far as like financially and having a solid career and a fan base. But
it's a facade.
Yeah, it's a super facade, and it's crazy when I see this shit happen where I'm like, yo, that dude was buzzing like crazy in the mainstream world, and now I'm telling you, all these guys who are buzzing, they get spit out into the underground, and they don't even know how to survive in the underground. So then they just lose their career because they don't know what the fuck to do. So learn from everything. Learn from everything. Don't write off the underground world. There's something to learn from everybody, but just learn the game. Learn the game and understand, like I said, behind the scenes, we all know each other. We all have ties, and it's the same game. So yeah, just don't be so quick to jump into a situation. Just learn the fucking game. Do your homework. It takes real homework. The effort that you put into like trying to get good grades in high school or trying to graduate or get some type of degree in college, it takes the same effort to learn this game. And it's a constant journey where things are constantly changing, because there's people who come up to me and they're like, yo, how do you have the internet so figured out? And I'm like, how do you not have it figured out? This is the world that I grew up in, and they're from the older times, so they do things differently, but they also have things that I could learn from as well. And you just have to learn all these things. And it sucks to see artists who just get completely fucked over and just have no idea. They don't even know how to bounce back. They're just like, damn, I'm stuck in this contract. I don't know what to do, and now what? And yeah. I'm dropping all these gems for people to fucking understand. Like the internet is there. That is the record deal. Don't sleep on it.
For sure. I tell young artists all the time, the worst thing to do is to be signed to a major label and have no leverage.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day, it's like you got to create the leverage. The label's not going to create your buzz.
It's true.
It's like, yeah, you sign a major deal, but if you have no leverage, your album's never coming out.
Exactly.
And there's going to be 25 artists that, you know, are going to come out before you, and then you're going to be stuck because then you can't do anything else.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, you know, young artists don't want to hear it. They just want that quick.
Yeah, they like, man, I'm trying to be lit, bro. I'm trying to be lit, bro, for the gram, nigga. You trying to hear all this shit. That's how they are. And it's crazy because like a lot of the rappers that I grew up listening to, or that I saw back when I was in high school, if I run into them or anything, a lot of them, they understand the game so well, and it blows my mind because you never would have thought that with some of these guys, because they run their business so well where they know how to portray their rap image, and they don't really show their business side, but then you're like, yo, this dude's rich off of fucking something else. He's not even rich.
He's got 4 wing stops.
Yeah. This is not even his main source of income. Right. But he does not say this in his songs though. But it's just like, damn, some of these dudes really have it figured out where they're like, bro, get in, get your shit, and then take your money, invest it in something else, and get the fuck up out of there, because that's just gonna fuck with you. Like the industry is not, it's weird. Like it's cool to be a rapper, but I feel like a lot of people don't really want to be here. Like they want people to still support their music and all that, but just this whole industry vibe thing and all that, it kind of, it just seems like a lot of people are like, man, fuck all that media shit, fuck all that. Like, this is my real life going on. I got a wife and kids, and I run these businesses. I invested in the real estate and this and that, and you're like, holy shit. And yeah, and these are the things that I feel like a lot of, I'm not gonna say rappers don't talk about this. I maybe haven't come across it, but I feel like they need to express that more.
For sure. Because Jay did it a little bit on this last album.
Yeah, Jay-Z, yeah. And it was, and I'm glad he did that. That album actually made me smarter. And it's important that these people know that, because they I know how I was when I was 21 years old getting signed to Ruthless Records. This is what I literally thought. When I was told that I was about to get signed to Ruthless Records, I was like, yo, I'm dope, and I know I'm the dopest in the world. And if I'm getting signed right now when I haven't even fully created everything that I'm gonna create, and I already just got this $100,000 so easily, I'm about to be a billionaire in like 5 years. I'm about to smash it. I'm about to be bigger than Eminem, my nigga. Like, that's what I thought. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was stupid. I didn't get it. And I'm thinking everybody, they're gonna do what they say they're gonna do. I'm thinking like, oh, everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be on Ruthless. They're gonna shoot me $1 million music video, probably like 10 of them, because I'm so fucking sick, because they got money like that, because like Eazy's wife, and they're just rich, and money just grows on trees like that. Why wouldn't they? I'm dope. Hello. And that's what I thought. And the shit, I'm still waiting till this day for all those things to happen. I'm 32 years old, and I'm not as big as I thought I was gonna be when I was on Ruthless, and I'm still working on my grind, even though I've come very far. And I realized, I didn't realize that I had a lot of power all along within myself. And that is what's crazy, where Ruthless signed me, they had their millions of dollars or whatever they had, but the reason you guys know me right now is because of what I did, not what they did. And that is fucking insane. I moved into this fucking amazing neighborhood, not because of what Ruthless did and the record deal that I had, but because of what I did after I got out of that situation. And it's just, and people need to fucking understand that, because at the end of the day, outside of the whole music thing, it's a game, and you're gonna be a normal person at the end, and you need to fucking be human, and you're gonna want the human necessities, which is living in a nice, peaceful environment, and raising a family in a nice environment, and having things to explore the world or do whatever it is that you desire. And people just assume that all this stuff's gonna come when they sign this deal, like, oh shit, I'm the next whatever. And nope, it doesn't always work like that.
You left Ruthless.
Yeah.
You just talked about, like, you thought all this stuff was gonna happen for you.
Yep.
So you're probably a little disillusioned by what just happened. Mm-hmm. How did you take the next step of like, no, I'm gonna take it upon myself to build my own?
I have this nature where I will never stop until I get what I want, and until I win. So if I fail, my instinct and my mind it starts analyzing everything around me, like how RoboCop does when he sees somebody. It does that with everything. So when that situation wasn't working, I'm looking at Ruthless going, what can I get out of this? There's nothing. I don't know. Maybe I can talk to them. Okay, MySpace is alive. MySpace is the hottest thing right now. What can I do on MySpace? Fuck. YouTube has just started, but I don't know what the fuck YouTube is. Is it a porn site or is it whatever? I don't know. Damn, I have to investigate these things, and my mind starts going crazy. And I'm like, fuck. I went to a panic, I'm not gonna lie, where it's like, damn. And I'm like, I cannot see myself as an old man going, damn, I never made it as a rapper. I couldn't. I was like, that is the worst fear of my life, for me to be 50 years old one day and going, yeah, I used to rap when I was like 20, but then I had to stop that. I had to be realistic. I had to go do realistic things. That was unacceptable. Like, it's just not going to happen. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. My blood is not even, my blood will kill me before that happens. So I'm looking at MySpace. I'm like, okay, fuck, how can I take advantage of MySpace? Maybe I could just start making these little diary things to make people engage when I'm doing. So I wrote the Ill Mind of Hopsin, which was a diary thing at first. It wasn't I don't want to say a diary, but like a blog thing. That was the first type of Ill Mind of Hopsin, where I was just gonna talk about things that are going on in my life, typing them out, which is so retarded. Because I thought that would help my buzz as a rapper. Let me type things out. And then I'm like, okay, fuck. I was like, I need music videos. I don't have no fucking videos. People need videos. People need to see what I'm thinking so they know how to take me in, because I'm weird. I wear white contacts. I don't even know how to take me in if I don't see a visual. What the fuck is a Hopsin? I'm like, damn, Ruthless is not helping me. Fuck, let me, I don't know how to make no goddamn videos, man. I'm like, what? Where do I start? What is a camera? I don't know anything. So this is like around 2005, 2006. And I'm like, man, I have to learn how to use a camera. I have to. Period. No one else is gonna learn how for me. I don't have a homie who's like, hey, I'm a director. There were no directors like that. Like there was none back then who were just like, you just look on Instagram. There was none of that going on. So I'm like, fuck. I had the little money that I had left over from Ruthless. It was maybe about $4,000. I'm like, let me go online and look up a camera store. What's a camera store? I've never been to one before. Go look up a camera store, talk to the guys. Hi, I need a camera to shoot videos. Oh, well, what aperture are you looking for? And what ISO is it? What the fuck is the ISO or aperture? I don't know, bro. Can you just give me something that's gonna get me a video? Well, yeah, it depends on what type of lens do you want. Do you want like a 24 zoom lens? I'm like, I don't know what this is, man. I don't know what it is. Can you just pick one for me? And I have this much money. Can you just give me one? And I want to put it online. And then, you know, you figure that out, which is a fucking headache to do that. And then you get the camera, and then you try to shoot a video, you're like, this shit ain't even lit. I need some lighting. You're like, oh, what is a camera light? And then you get a little light bulb, like your mom's lamp, and you're like, okay, cool, light. You try to rap in front of it. It's not lighting me up. What is going on? I need a brighter light. Do they make brighter lights? Let me go to Walmart. They don't have the proper wattage. And you're like, what is wattage? I live a normal life. Hello, I just rap and spit bars. So all these fucking things, all these details that I had to learn. This was my college. And then I'm like, okay, cool, got the video done. I'm shooting things, got the lights, found all that shit out. Fuck, a program? What is a video? You can't just edit you can't just edit it while you shoot it and just put it together. I'm like, learning programs, gotta download fucking Adobe Premiere. Whoa, mind fuck. Dude, I didn't go to college. I don't know what the fuck this is. Thank God for YouTube. How the fuck do I use Premiere? What is this? You get a little fucking 13-year-old, well, and from Europe, the way you use this, you want to go here, and then you want to click this to go that, and then this is how you do a rotoscope, and this is what you do to drag the clip in, and you want to do this, and I'm like, I don't know what a rotoscope is. I don't know what the fuck any of this is. I don't know what keying is. I don't know what this shit is, but I'm doing it and it's kind of working. Oh shit, this shit's kind of tight. I'm doing it. I don't know. Wow, this little kid, let me watch another tutorial. A few years later, I'm beast at all of them. I walk into the camera store. What's up, Dan? Yeah, give me that shit right there. Boom, 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 boom. I need that one. That's the new one that came out. Yep, you know I need that shit. I'm looking up everything now. Now, I've taken my own self to a whole nother level. Outside of I'm still on Ruthless though, but I'm like, okay, now my videos can be doper. So I started putting stuff out on YouTube. I also have a plan. I made Funk Volume. Funk Volume, I've had the idea since I was like 19 years old, and I'm just also building it out, you know, with Swizz, who I met in high school, and his brother. We're building Funk Volume on the side. This is our side project, but we're still doing it, putting things out online. Facebook pops up. It's a new site. What the fuck is Facebook? I don't know. It looks retarded. I'm not hopping on it. I'm staying on MySpace, bro. MySpace has banners and shit. Facebook's plain. I'm doing it, and then I'm realizing like, oh shit, I have to hop on Facebook. Like Facebook's popping, and who knew Facebook was my jump off for sparking my career. But you have to, and I took a risk. I jumped in, and thank God I did, because I was stuck on MySpace. I was like, no, I got 24,000 followers on MySpace, and I'm not losing them. And then slowly putting videos out, making a website for Funk Volume, doing all these things. It was over the years, it just all started to come together. And around, you know, from me realizing like in maybe late 2007 or 2008 that Ruthless wasn't working. Funk Volume was growing, and I was able to just build my own brand outside of them. And then I got a lawyer to get me out of the Ruthless situation. But like I said, I just had to go into analyzation mode and analyze everything. I had to learn things that I did not want to learn. I can tell you right now, I didn't want to edit my videos. I didn't want to make my beats. I didn't want to do any of that. I just wanted to have a pen and a pad and just write and record. Didn't happen that way. I became the whole fucking studio. I used to want to get signed to like a big record company. I became a record company. And I didn't expect it. I'm glad it happened that way, but that's just how shit is. But like I said, my drive would not allow me to fail. I could have just said, man, Ruthless isn't working. Hopefully one day it will work. There were some people who were signing Ruthless, some chick who was signed there for like it was like 10 years. And I was like, damn, this bitch been signed for a long time to Ruthless. Like, what's going on? And I couldn't be that guy. Imagine if I was still on Ruthless, like, yeah, I'm still on Ruthless, dog, you know. I'm just a West Coast dude, though, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the loop of that would have been whack as fuck. So I had to figure it out. You gotta go try things. You gotta experiment, try new things, learn things that you don't know, and you may have to do your own videos. And the worst thing I hate is when I see somebody going, I can't do videos, I don't have things to do videos. Like, bro, you got an iPhone. You have a higher iPhone than I do. I'm still on the 6. You're on the fucking new shit that's out. Your shit's better quality than mine. And the iPhone quality is better than the fucking cameras that I was using back in the day when I first started building my goddamn buzz. And you're telling me that you can't do anything for yourself? Get the fuck out of here. You're not hungry enough. You don't want this. This is why you have not made it, because you don't really want it. You're not analyzing everything. You got a goddamn iPhone right there with all this goddamn space. You're on a laptop or a computer. You have everything, but you don't want to do it. You don't want to learn it. This is why you haven't made it. This is why you haven't made it. And one of the common things that I've started to see in people who are successful and even in the music industry or outside of the music industry, they wore multiple hats. You don't it's rare that you see a guy who's like way up there who's like, oh yeah, I just do the one thing that you see from me. And I'm this, and I'm the man from that. Like, it's rare that you see that. The story is usually like, bro, I used to do this. Yeah, I used to have to do this, and I had to go do that. And then I was the only person in the office at the time, and then I was doing this and that. And you're like, whoa, you did all that? I thought you were just like just this person. Like, it never came like that. And that's not how success comes. But you know, people see me or they see every other rapper or successful person and just see the front face of what we portray for our success, which, you know, I don't walk around going, I was on Ruthless and I learned Premiere Pro, I learned this and I learned how to do this, MySpace days, hey, I just go, I'm Hopsin right now, let's purge. That's me right now. And they're just seeing that and going, oh shit, and they don't know the behind the scenes story of everything. And I feel like every successful person has one of those stories, and they're wearing multiple hats. And yeah, so when I see rappers that are like, yeah, I just rap, I'm like, you'll never make it. You'll never make it. You may have a viral video of you rapping in front of a Walmart or something, or a little battle, but you'll never make it because you just rap. You can't just rap. You can't. So that's the way we're gonna end it.
You can't just rap. Boom.